Hey guys, welcome back to Invited. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Michelle and I'm one half of the Invited Girls. And in this video, I wanted to cover some topics that usually are not your go-to for the holidays. In some of our other videos, we've talked about how I struggled with depression and anxiety and even suicidal thoughts. Those are really serious topics that nobody wants to talk about during the holidays, but are extremely relatable to a lot of people, unfortunately. In a time where most people are jolly and merry and really excited about spending time together, some of us are struggling with some serious issues, some serious emotions that don't allow us to be as merry, jolly, or wanting to be around a lot of people. And I want to talk about that because I think there is a lot of us, I'm a part of that group, where we just can't rally. We're just not in that Christmas spirit. A lot of times with depression and anxiety during the holidays, we see how others are celebrating and we want to be a part of it too, but our emotions take over. We don't know how to be able to handle both the desire to celebrate, but also the need to be by ourselves, the fact that we can't get out of bed sometimes, and just the sadness that comes with a lot of those issues. So in the past, I have found Christmas to be such a weird time for me. Like I said, I want to enjoy it and be merry and jolly and happy, but the fact of the matter is, it's hard to get out of bed sometimes when I felt the way that I did. Depression and anxiety really just take a toll on you, and it's difficult to engage with those around us. I know for me, I would get invited to things and I would just say no. And deep down inside, these were the same events that I wanted to get invited to. These were the friends that I loved and wanted to spend time with. But I just could not get myself out of bed, out of the house. I just couldn't rally and bring it all together to do any of these things. And it's really hard too because I would get slack from my friends about not coming to their events, about not wanting to spend time with them. They would give me a really hard time. And a lot of them didn't know that I was struggling with depression and anxiety, and didn't know that literally me answering the phone sometimes was more than I could handle. And it's such a guilt trip. Like, it's such a crazy, weird vibe that you get from your friends and family when you can't make it to these events, when you just feel the way that you do. And a lot of times our emotions get dismissed, like, oh, you can just pull it together, or oh, you can just come and once you're here you'll feel better. And sometimes, yes, that's the case, but other times it's not. Sometimes it's really difficult to be able to do these things and to act like everything's okay when it's not. It was so bad sometimes that I couldn't even bring myself to go shop for presents for people. And it wasn't even about the money. It's just so hard for me to be creative and feel inspired. It was so difficult for me to think of that person outside of my current emotions and think, what would this person enjoy? What would be good for them as a gift? I just could not bring myself to do it. And I just want to share some tips that helped me to be able to get from under that cloud and be able to start enjoying these important holidays that I can't get back with those that I love. And don't get me wrong, mental health issues are not to be taken lightly. They cannot just easily be dismissed. If you are struggling with these issues, you should seek medical attention. You should go to a therapist or a psychiatrist to really help you get to the bottom of what you're feeling, why you're feeling it, and how you can start to feel better. Some of the things that I did that helped get through the holidays were to stop guilt tripping myself. I feel the way that I feel. Those closest to me understand and know. I just need to stop repeating these negative thoughts in my mind about how I'm a bad person or how I should be doing this or doing that, and just accept that I'm in the place that I am and try to make the best of it and not force myself to do anything that didn't feel naturally. When I was struggling through depression, a lot of times I would, like I said, feel guilty and struggle with how I was making someone else feel by not doing what they wanted me to do or what they thought I should be doing. So I made it a staple of mine to make sure that I gut check myself and see, is this something that makes me happy? Is this something that inspires me outside of my current emotions? For example, did I love to paint before? Did I love to listen to music? Did I love to work out? Those things that I know that I used to love, I start to incorporate them in my day-to-day, And they really help for me to start to feel more motivated, creative, and inspired to then do those other things. And I didn't force myself to do anything that I didn't want to do. But what I did do was call up my closest friends, call my mom, have somebody come over that I know and trust, and have them help me through it. And being able to allow myself to be vulnerable with them and allowing them to be able to speak into my life, allowing them to be able to pray over me and pray with me, really helped to break that negative, just repetitive thoughts and emotions that I was going through. And like I said, it's not a solution, but it does help a lot and did make me feel better in the moments that I struggled. For any of you who struggle with any of these issues, I hope that this video encourages you, that you're not alone, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. If you want to DM me or send us an email and ask for prayer, we would love to be able to do that. I know many people did that for me and it helped dramatically. And the Lord delivered me from depression and anxiety. And if He delivered me, I know He can deliver you. And it may not be a snap of the finger magical thing that happens, a miraculous thing that happens, but it may take some time, but it is possible, and I'm living proof of that. And maybe the next holiday, you can actually enjoy it the way you want to and the way that your heart is called for. Now, this may not be an issue that you struggle with, but the chances are that you do have someone in your circle that does. So share this video, give us a thumbs up if you liked it, and also make sure that you subscribe by clicking the red button down below. The bell next to it will make sure that you're alerted every time we post a video on Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So make sure you click that. And make sure you check out our next video where we're talking about one of the other dark elements of Christmas, which is busyness. And we all struggle with that one.